Hey, this is Mr. Annihilator. I'm going to be installing Maier EV's front chin spoiler for a Tesla Model Y 2021. I have it on these stands that you can get at Walmart for, I think, what, $40 for a pair. Uneven on one side, but literally just drive up on the ramp. I'm going to do a quick dry test fit for this, and then you can see that's the spoiler right there. We're going to do a dry test fit real quick. So this is what it looks like on. It's pretty flush. This is the part. Oh, it's pretty flush on this side. Let's follow it all the way across. I don't like this part right here. This little lip indentation right here. Dry fit, it's not on fully, just literally just hanging there. Again, same thing on this side, a little lip. And then, so it's flush on the other side, but maybe if I push it in, I mean, it looks pretty crazy with or without it. I mean, let me see if I can lift it without, or it weighs like maybe like, whoa. So you can get a glimpse of before. I don't want to put it with one hand back on. But yeah, though, so I have it lifted up so I can get underneath here, because we have to take some of these clips out. I think there's 5. Oh no, there's 6 clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips. And I didn't notice it, but it has like a little semi down here. That's just that little piece that prevents some, almost like a little pre-mud flap. But I'm definitely gonna want to get some mud flaps, I think. But it definitely looks good. I just don't know about this piece right here. How it almost like goes into the car when I had it on. So, all right. So the next step, I'm gonna see if I can get this thing mounted today, so I can make it look big difference. As far as weight, that thing's maybe 5 pounds, if that. I'll try to see if I can weigh it. So one of the parts to install this on the Tesla Model Y is you got to drill a hole in these 4. They don't come pre-drilled. There's little spots for them, but they're not drilled, because those four are going to be held by this bolt between this and that lower panel down there of those 4 bolts. So, gotta drill a hole and let's see how it works. test fit. Okay, we should be fine. So the instructions are online. After you drill these 4 bolts, and after you take all 6 of these tabs out, you also have to take this guy out, these bolts, so that you can get underneath, because you got to get between this. You basically got to put the bolt, through here. And the only way is to come from that way and do it. So, and then they want you to pre-mark masking tape so you know where you're going to put the tape, because I'll show you in a second when I do that. So they want you to tape it so you can put the double-sided tape just further underneath, so you can see where that is going to be. So to get these off, it's a 10 millimeter. Well, first you gotta have it stay on. Now the directions say to lift it up eye level, so obviously I'm more of a DIYer, so I don't have that type of option. So most people don't. You might have a buddy that might be able to, let you use their monster jack stands, their shop or something, but for normal people, we don't have access to that. So we're using basic tools, normal things that you can use or get or have access to, like that. It's like no more than $50 at Walmart. It's your local Walmart or hardware store, auto parts store, and it gets the car up pretty quick or pretty easily. Just pull up on the ramp. I'm waiting for my jack stands, but they're not here, so this is my alternate way of getting everything off. And so far so good. Nothing's getting stripped. So I don't want to strip anything, so I'm using this tool instead of a drill, because I've seen some bad situations online. Okay, there's more. Well, as I get these off, for Model Y, you're gonna have to take this off. A Model 3, maybe you didn't have to, just this piece, but you're gonna have to take this off. All these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe are a 10 millimeter, but then you have these 2 guys right here, and that one is a 5/8. So 5/8, 2 5/8, 7 10 millimeters, and then this under piece, which is basically where the engine would be if there was 2 engines on the Model Y. So if you have a long range of performance, I would imagine I would see an engine after I take this out here, because that's just a battery. And this is the furthest I've done anything on my Model Y. And this is just to install it. Let's see what the fault. Okay. So I imagine this is where the other battery would be. So if anything, this video is giving you some insight of a standard range Model Y, what's down here. So yeah, pretty insane craziness down here, I'm not gonna lie. But let's get back to the task at hand, which was to get in here. There's bolts. You have to get bolts in here. You have to get bolts in here. You're basically gonna go somewhere like this, like that. Either come up or come down. Either way, do you see that? You're gonna reach your hand in there and drop this down, or come up from the top. And I'm gonna put this down as I try to get that in. And funny thing, there's a Tesla symbol. Okay, just saying, if this is not a fun install, let me just tell you, like, I'd rather put on mud flaps or something else. This is a lot of work just for a front spoiler. As I gasp in the afterglow of God's mercy and grace and look at underneath this Tesla, where there should be a second motor, I think. I'm not sure, but so I got two. I gotta get two more in. It's just such a hard spot to get to. I mean, if you have little hands or little arms, I mean, long arms, but like skinny arms or something, you're gonna be hella fine. Or little hands, I guess I should say, because this is not fun. It's just, this part right here is time consuming. Yeah, I also had to take off these riblets. I took off 4 just because I have play right here. Otherwise I won't. So yeah, there's 4 on this side, 4 on that side. These 4, I mean, there's a lot of little things you got to take off of. I mean, look at, they're just sitting right there. Just to get access, enough wiggle room to get in here without taking this off. So make sure you have the tools. Get it all, oh, made in Mexico. There you go. Make sure you have all your tools ready and everything, because I've been going back and forth in the garage. Grabbing this tool, grabbing that tool, finding out what tools I need. So make sure you have your wrenches or drill or whatever, but be careful when you're taking out the 10 millimeters, because you don't want to strip those. That's going to cause your day to be kind of not that great. I've been seeing a lot of people stripping their bolts when they take them off, so just go slow with those. And then go from there. But definitely this is a time-consuming job, especially if you're doing it by yourself. I'm just reflecting all this for a front lip spoiler, and I haven't even attempted the side skirts or the rear spoiler is going to be easy. That's probably the most plug-and-play thing you could probably do. Even if, no matter where you get your spoiler from, eBay, Amazon, Maier EV, Teslarati, whoever. And just so you know, Teslarati sells Maier's spoiler, just so you know. But anyways, no matter where you get your spoiler or whatever, that's going to be probably the easiest install. And then I would say maybe the mud flaps will be the second. But this front spoiler is not the greatest. So we'll keep going. Let's see if I can get this shot of getting this in there. So I got 2 more to do. Let's see. Well, the first thing is finding where it needs to go, and then get it, trying to get it in there. This little kid said, "Oh my God, look at that Tesla." I'm like, yeah. So I got one and I got one more. One more. I can do it. I got it at Ross. Okay. I got all 4 ends, so now I can attempt to pre-fit this and make sure it's gonna fit. Shut up my Tesla wall. So the pre-fit looks good, but my hole that I drilled, what I thought was good, is off. Do you see? It's right there. It's off. So I gotta drill just back a little bit. I think they're all off. Yeah, they're all off. Okay, back to the drawing board. Look at all the stuff I did. I got this. I drilled that. I got all these parts. Trust me, it's a lot harder than it looks. So quick update. I'm about to put it on. So make sure you pre-drill your holes better than what I did. I messed up on my holes. It's fine. When you're done, I did the adhesion promoter, put some alcohol, cleaned it a little bit, did some tape on these flat spots. And then also did tape underneath here, 3 specific spots. I have the bolts sitting there waiting. And then I have everything underneath loose. So I'm gonna do the tape and put it on there. I'll take a couple pictures real quick. But so far, the bumper or spoiler is gonna be on there in a second. This stupid ass tape, seriously. Okay, now that I have it where it's going to live, I'm going to work on the screws, which is going to be the hardest part of this whole install, to get them together. So I'm not going to record that. That's going to be boring and time consuming. So I just completed my install of the Maier front lip spoiler carbon fiber. I'm not gonna lie, it was an ordeal, a lot of work, especially by yourself. I did it all by myself. So the funny thing is, after you're done, this is all you should have left. You should have 4 of these that came out, because you're gonna put bolts instead of these to hold the spoiler underneath. So these 4 came out from underneath the front of the Tesla. And this is just for Tesla Model Y. Model 3 is a lot different. So things I needed was a drill. Obviously, a little bit bigger than the screw that comes with it. You know, if you have one of these, great. If not, you can use something else. You're definitely going to need a 10 millimeter, and you're also going to need a, what is this, 5/8. So the 5/8 is for, there's 2 bolts underneath in the back of a plastic barrier, and then there's about 7 or 9 of these 10 millimeters. You're going to drill 4 of these holes. That's why you have these 4 left. This is what it looks like. I mean, I'm sorry, it's dark, it's nighttime, but you can see the carbon fiber color. I mean, it's gonna look way better in the daylight. So I cleaned the car, obviously, but that's what it looks like on. It's gonna look way better in the daylight. And then, so for install, obviously, if you get one of these or jack stands or something, just get the car lifted up so you can get underneath here, because you have to do a lot of stuff underneath. So definitely and take these tabs out, all 4. So there's 1, so there's 1, 2, 3, and there's 1 right there. 4. Take all 4 tabs on each side, and then stay with me. You're gonna take all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these 2 at the ends. There's 1 here at the end, tab, and then that tab. Then you're gonna come underneath here, and you're gonna take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, no, 6. I'm sorry. 7 tabs, or 7 screws or bolts that are 10 millimeter, and you're going to take out those 2, which are the, I think, the 5/8. Once you take all those off, this whole piece will fall down, or you can lay it down, set it aside, but you need to take this off completely so that you can get access back here. So you're not going to take this off. You're going to leave this on. You just need to take this piece off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 millimeters. And then, oh no, I'm sorry, 7. I'm sorry, there's 1 right here too. So 4, 1, and then 2 for the Model Y. And then there's 2 of the 5/8. Take this off. Leave this on. When you take these 4 tabs out on the inside of each side, that's going to give you some play, some wiggle room. And then you're going to stick your arm in here, and then this is where you're, so I think the directions said to drill when it's up here. I drilled prior, and obviously I messed up the hole. So for you, I would probably just drill from down here, but it's so much easier when you do it off versus on the car. So once you get these 4, you're going to have to figure out what's best for you. If you want to put the bolt from the top to come down and then screw, or I did the screw up, and then the nut is on the other side, and then I held it with a wrench and then tightened it with my drill. So once you get these 4 on, then it's time to put everything back together. But don't do this yet until you put the tape on and then remove it. Now, before you put this on and before you put the double tape on, you want to do a dry fit like I just did right here, and then you're going to want to just do some duct tape just to kind of get the line of where this and this are going to meet together. So that way, when you put it on, you're going to have the double-sided tape fresh, ready to stick. So you want to kind of lay this in first. You just want to lay that in, and then as you're laying this in, this side's going to come around, and you're going to want to hold this side and push against it so it's firm. And then same on the other side. So I have 3 pieces of tape, 1, 2, 3, and then on the corners, I have 1 right here on the top. You barely can see it. You can barely see it right there. 1 right there. Probably can stick that more better. And then you can see this 1 piece right here, and then I have a piece on the bottom. So again, I should probably clamp this down just to give it a little bit more. But I definitely want to get some, the hardest one, I think, when I'm going to do this. So I got the whole set, so this is just the front. But what I'm going to do is the whole set, which is this one. This is going to be the beast to install, and this is going to be a part 2. There's no way I can do it one day, one time. I'm going to have to do this separately. The rear skirts are super easy. I'll do those probably its own video, but they just literally attach right here. And then the spoiler, obviously, will be easy to do that. But definitely a tough job just to do this, but it looks good. I mean, it's dark and it's not good lighting, but it's looking a lot different than what it was, is what I'm saying. And I'll take some pictures in the morning and make a video in the morning too, so you can see it. And I'll post this part 1 video of the complete install of the front spoiler, rear spoiler, side skirts and the rear side skirts from Maier EV. Also, if you use the discount code George A, GEORGEA, one word, you'll get a discount at checkout on anything on Maier.com. So definitely use that if you're thinking about getting anything. I already did a test fit of the spoiler. It looks good already, so I can't wait to put that on. That will be a very quick install. But this one was very tough. I imagine the side skirts might be semi-tough. I don't know yet. And the rear skirts will be probably a little bit easier than the spoiler. But that's for Mr. Annihilator. This thing kicked my butt. Go Tesla. Take a quick video. It's a little dirty, but still it looks so beautiful with this new carbon fiber front lip spoiler with the wing on the back too. Looks good. Stuff to the side skirts. Now let's look at the rear. Again, it's dirty, but still. Yeah, looks beautiful. Not your standard Tesla rims for sure. Definitely looks gorgeous.